Yes, this is Ted Kennedy, and you're listening to two golf pros who occasionally find themselves at the top of the leaderboard until they sober up and climb down. It's Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on ESPN Radio 1280 AM, the Central Coast Sports Leader.
Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Brought to you by McPhee's Grill of Templeton, California. Check them out at mcpheesgrill.com. 805-434-3204. We'll be giving away McPhee's Grill gift cards in the second hour. And again, don't forget PGAtour.com. Brought to you by McGaughey. Bridgestone golf balls every week, and then we'll have some segment winners and overall winners. The overall winners, by the way, Billy, I know you play a lot of fantasy golf.
Yeah, I do, man.
The overall winners get a foot wedge, an actual foot wedge, which is pretty cool. Remember, we had that guy on the show probably 5 or 6 years ago. And then last thing before we get to our guests, we had Kevin on Facebook ask me if he had too many dress shirts. He says he has 42 polo golf shirts and 3 dress shirts.
And the question is?
Do I have too many dress shirts?
Yes.
And I said yes by 2. I said, personally, I'm comfortable with 1 dress shirt in my closet. So are you comfortable with how many, Bill? You travel a lot. You're on a lot of business.
I am. I travel a lot.
But you're polo
I'm
guy.
Working a lot.
Polo shirt guy.
I have 1 basic dress shirt.
Yeah.
I have 2.
That's about what I have, too.
One's too big for me, guys.
How many do you think these guys have?
All right, $5.
No.
Yeah, $5.
Todd's got a half a dozen, and he probably has a suit that's the whole thing, the whole shebang.
Okay, I get that $5. I have no suit, and I have about a dozen dress shirts.
So $250.
Wow, no suit.
Because I got and
Never owned a suit.
And you, Doc?
Sport jacket.
Be Ringo.
All dress shirts.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. That was just exactly what I was going to say. Makes sense. In case you guys are just joining us here on Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, in the studio with us, we have certified PGA teaching professional, and if we went on with all the other accomplishments, that would be the
half
rest
the
of the show.
Yeah, so he has a holistic approach of incorporating fitness and nutrition into his golf instruction, which does set him apart from the traditional instructor. So he's a complete package. So during the break, I was trying to ask Dr. Ryan here that what should I start with to get the party started? What kind of question should I ask? And I got nothing from either one of the doctors. I got nothing. I go for it. So I will start the conversation. I can't speak for everybody, but for a lot of people during the holiday time, they're off, they're celebrating, they're going to many Christmas parties, and you hear it all the time. So you've got to stay away from the brownies and all the stuff going on. But people do indulge a little more during the holidays than not. Is that fair to say?
Very fair to say.
And then, of course, New Year's comes around, and there's this, next year's going to be better. I'm going to do everything I can to be healthier. And
I'm going to play more golf.
I'm going to play... which I'm going to this year. But so they have the resolution. I'm going to change. And so what is the best way from and this is directed to you, Dr. Ryan McGaughey, to get people back with health and wellness? Is there I know you believe, I'm not going to even let you say it, that you should always be working on your health and wellness, right? I know that, of course.
That's correct.
But we're talking treatments now from somebody that has just indulged a little too much and got a little lazy, and I'm not going to mention names, but I come to mind. What do they do?
I think they just get back to focusing on normal routines, things that helps having a routine, like simple things like water consumption is really good. Make sure you're hydrated, especially this time of year when everything is very dry. We don't think to consume as much water because it's cold. Sleep, those are really good things as well. Just some real basic things that you kind of got away from. We usually are staying out late. Maybe we have a little bit more alcohol. We have a little bit more sweets. So just kind of get back into water, sleep, a little bit more of your vegetables. Just make sure you're not skipping meals and getting out. And even if you just haven't been running for a while, let's say that was your normal thing, and you start walking a little bit.
When was the last time you went running, Bill?
In the airport. And that went well. That went great. I was going to pass the mic to Todd, but which is funny because there's Mike. I'm not passing you to Todd. I'm passing the microphone.
yes.
Water consumption. So I went and saw. I've been finding recently that I'm drinking. I used to drink tons of water. It was very natural, very easy for me to do. Haven't been lately. Don't know why. Even my other doctor that I just went and saw, just through the blood work or whatever, he said, you look dehydrated. Are you drinking enough water? And I thought to myself, no. Even I went out with Todd and started with a glass. I went out to dinner and I didn't even finish mine, and he had like 2 glasses or something. And and that's usually, I don't know why that stopped, but I'm not craving it or something. Is it because I'm not as active? Why did I stop drinking water? I like water. I mean, I do drink it all the time. I'm built of water. I got 17 gallons of water in my body.
I would bet after your surgery you stopped drinking water.
Maybe.
And for a good reason.
Theories?
Not sure why not, but I had noticed when we were together the past week that you weren't drinking any water. So that's just something you can, like, it's difficult.
That flask had water in it.
The flask.
So what about for golfers or golf instructors like us? I mean, I'm up in Paso, and in the summertime, if you're outside a lot, they talk about drinking too much water and flushing. Like, can you flush the salts like completely out of you? Like, if I have 2 big flasks that I go through in a day of water, big canteens, big bottles. That I have to in summer because I'm outside all the time. I'm sweating like crazy. Is there a way to monitor that so you don't? Can you overdrink? Can you have too much water?
During that time of the year, I find it hard to overdrink. But one thing I would say, a lot of times people are drinking just distilled water, and that will take out a lot of the electrolytes, the minerals. So you got to be careful, the distilled water and the RO, which a lot of us consume. So one thing that we always recommend, especially during the summertime, is getting like some pink Himalayan sea salt or gray salt and putting a little pinch into the water. Not enough to taste. You won't taste it, just enough to get it in there. And you'll hold on to the water a little bit better, and you'll hold more minerals, so you won't dehydrate yourself.
Yeah, I need to do that because I always drink. I have the reverse osmosis water from my house.
Right.
I can't drink out of plastic bottles. It hurts. Like it literally the chemically taste. No, but there's something about the water in that bottle, in those plastic bottles, that's like it's not comfortable for my stomach. It's just not.
Yeah. So I would totally agree with Dr. Ryan. I have my little bottle of Himalayan salt on my counter. But water alone, I mean, water is what we need. I mean, we're made of mostly water, but it does not replace minerals that you may lose.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. So let's say I assume I have a lot of water weight in me. I just last time you said you look a little plump or something, whatever. You look a little bloated. But somebody who thinks they have a lot of water weight, would drinking more water decrease water weight?
Yes.
I know. How does that happen? That's what I understand. So the less water I drink, the more water weight I retain. Is that right?
Because you're, as Todd was talking about, you are mostly water, so you're going to try to hold on to as much water as possible.
But then why drink more water? I'm just looking at the logic. If I
Are
stop
you asking the chicken or the egg here?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking if I stop drinking water, wouldn't I lose water weight? But I guess that's
It helps with
the
detoxification.
Case.
Yeah.
And is the water in the? You said people are drinking distilled water.
Yeah, some people will drink distilled water because they want it as pure as possible.
You mean like that I put in my batteries in my golf cart?
I could use some water right now.
Yeah. Go to the green room, man. Help yourself.
Well, doesn't
I'm getting a little thirsty.
now these are just things.
But I'm serious about the water weight thing.
And these are things I've heard going with your water weight. If you drink water, doesn't that help with your metabolism? Like, and you hear I've seen articles written about, look, whether you drink cold water, room temperature water, and whether cold water really helps your body and metabolism activate, or does room temperature water do that, or does it do it at all, or is that just all a myth? I mean, there's so much stuff out there when you read. I don't know what's real.
My answer to this, because there is a lot of like the pH in the water and all these other things, and people are, I got this special water that I drink and I'm feeling a lot better. I personally, this is just me, find that it's because most people are drinking more water. So I don't find getting worried about if it's cold. I mean, you can get caught up in that stuff, and they say you shouldn't drink too much water right before you eat. They say don't drink cold water because it slows down the digestion before you eat. And so those things I don't disagree with, but it depends on where you are in your health and how far down that rabbit hole you want to get. I'd rather have you eat like around your mealtime. If you eat more vegetables, you're going to get more water from your vegetables instead of necessarily having to drink it.
They say drink a cup of water before meals. Who are they? Who is they that say that?
Who is they that say?
Yeah, you said
don't drink water before
or whatever you said. They say that don't drink water before you eat or drink water.
Yeah.
Who are they?
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know, Todd, if you know.
I mean, there's tons of nutrition and diet information out there, and different doctors and nutritionists.
So I'm going to throw this to golf because I did notice too that day we played, I didn't even have a water. That I just was weird. I don't know why. We just were unprepared. I usually do have water when I play golf, and I usually drink a lot of water, but I did not. So what's the recommended? You're out there, mildly working out or playing golf or hiking or whatever. I mean, you got your little water bottle going on. How often should you sip and keep hydrated? Is it a constant thing with sipping? Or, I'm asking you guys.
Well, kind of the recommended amount was always, what, eight glasses a day, 8 ounces. So that's like a half a gallon, right? Nearly. And that's if you're doing
we have 3 mics and 4 people, so that's what if you're hearing the that's what this noise is.
So, if you're doing some kind of activity, exercise, whatever you're doing, golfing, it's hot, or even if it's not, you're probably going to drink more than that. But most people don't even get, I don't think that recommended amount.
No.
What we recommend in the office is half your body weight in ounces. And then if you do more activity, then as Todd was saying, then you need more than that. But in general, half your body weight in ounces if you're just sitting around doing basic activities throughout the day.
Kiddie pool.
Jeez.
No, I'm just kidding. So
just travel around with a hose.
Thanks. I'm gonna need an IV.
Hey, Bill, they do make those big water backpacks.
Thanks, guys.
This
would be a good year for me, and all of a sudden my self-esteem is gone. I might look better. I have a less chin going on. I'm radiant, but my self-esteem is crushed.
His hair does look good.
It does. Your hair and your color are way better.
You can't fool me.
I am not kidding.
And here's another thing. So I noticed Dr. Ryan McGaughey. He's got his water bottle here. We were sitting in an office. He knows he's going to be in here for a couple hours, but he's got his water bottle and went to it already twice. So this must be a good habit for people to do. Yes,
it is a great habit. I have to put a few of these around the office because if I don't, I get caught up in what I'm doing and I don't drink. But if I can see the water bottles with each office room I come into, I know I need to take some more. So I know I need to consume about 4 of these a day. So that's
in there. From the Peterman catalog. Do you have the Himalayan salt in that water?
I usually start the salt later in the afternoon.
Okay, so there's a certain time of day I'm going to add a little salt. Do you sprinkle it in there?
Yeah, well, I base mine off what my activity for the day is going to be. So if I know I'm going to run or work out that day, I'm going to put more salt in there. A busy day, I'm going to put more of the salt. It just depends for me. I don't necessarily recommend that all the time.
Because doesn't salt help make you retain water?
Yeah.
So
then that way you don't have the people that always say, I can't drink water because I always have to go to the bathroom. This helps with that problem as well. We try to eliminate all excuses.
Seriously. There's times I drink so much water, it's like I'm always going to the bathroom.
Well, yeah, he's got a chipmunk bladder, man. I play golf with him. It's like every 2 holes. Got to pee again.
I've gotten better with it,
I love you with all my heart, man. But you have gotten better.
Yeah.
I've noticed. And the BizHub thing stopped, too. You don't take
totally.
Love that.
No, that's cut out.
That's cool.
That's done.
But yeah, you used to. So, yeah, see, I don't want to get too personal, but I don't go as much as I used to either. Maybe less water. I don't know why I'm not drinking water. Help me, guys. Well, I will start. I almost have to force drink. That shouldn't be right, is it?
I'm telling you, it's from your surgery. It's from that whole experience with the catheter.
Could because it takes a while to get all the
experience.
Also get all
You're like, I don't want to.
Also get the medication, but by drinking more water, you should be able to get
because
that.
I like water. Matter of fact, it is something I enjoy. I mean, it's something I don't. But I've just noticed lately that I'm not drinking it.
So for the rest of the time I'm here visiting you, I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, I'm about to reach. I'm going to reach for
the
the Himalayan bottle over here in a second. But no, I get it. So thank you. So golfers should stay. Obviously, all should stay hydrated. But we're a golf show, right?
Well, yeah, and I think that plays into probably what Todd will talk a little bit about is your flexibility. The water helps hydrate the discs. So someone who's got a lot of little back issues, that's really good for the discs. The discs are basically water, so water is really good for that. So you got your flexibility and hydrating the disc and mental clarity. Those would be really good things to think about as golfers.
It's starting to explain a lot. So my compressed disc and blown disc in my neck could be because they just got dry.
Yeah, the word for that is desiccation.
Whoa.
Is he allowed to say that on the radio?
I don't know. That word scares me.
Like the little things that you find in the
In the what?
What do? They keep the moisture out. Desiccant packets.
Wow.
Desiccation.
Oh, yeah. Like in the shoes.
Yeah, they
like in the
taste
shoes.
terrible, by the way. Don't be eating them things.
Oh.
Remember?
I had them in my beef jerky pack, man.
Remember, it was
Yeah.
Kramer's idea to take all the desiccant packets out.
Okay, so this is making a lot of sense. So, wow. So we just had a discussion on hydration and the importance of it. And you know what? It makes total sense. You drink, you said, those 2 big bottles a day?
Yeah.
And you have
Religiously.
4 of those
I
cool
have
little
to.
containers. It's you can tell he's a doctor because he's got the really expensive looking bottle thing.
You know
It's
what?
a nice bottle.
Everyone gives me a hard time
It
about
is
that.
very
And
nice
sometimes
bottle.
I get a little worried about what the perception of that might be. But actually, it's because it's glass.
It's like the
so you don't
70s.
have
You
the
refill
plastic.
it.
You don't,
Yeah.
and we refill it.
It's like from the 70s. I had one look just like that.
For 70s.
But it didn't have as much water in it. So very cool.
That's great.
Yeah. So we're going to come back. Let's jump into the next. We're going to find out the biggest complaints that at least golfers have and why they seek treatments and maybe how to avoid some of that stuff. We'll talk about stretching and all kinds of cool things. Take us out, Mike.
Golf Talk Radio brought to you by McGaughey Health Group. Check out healthyslowcounty.com or call Dr. Ryan at 805-461-8822. You want to win a sleeve of Bridgestone golf balls? Join the PGA Tour Fantasy Golf at golftalkradio.com, brought to you by McGaughey Health Group. And don't forget also to check out Health IQ, healthiq.com. Go to golftalkradio.com, click on the banner. For you, we'll be right back with Todd Bordenero, PGA professional, and Dr. Ryan McGaughey from McGaughey Health Group. Stay with us right here on Golf Talk Radio Network.